All right, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'm going to move to the consideration of COVID-19 personnel related policies. Just a quick thank you for Mike and Rachel for helping out with this, and Jane for being on top of it as well. Is there any discussion about these policies?
I'll start us off with just an informational piece. One change that I suggest to the document on teleworking policy. That I believe Rachel had time to slip in there, but I'm not sure if people had time to see it when the latest versions came out this morning. So there's a bullet at the bottom of page 1 that just talks about employees who verbally communicate. So it's the 1, 2, 3, the 4th bullet. Employees who must verbally communicate with others as part of their duties, and goes on to talk about just being professional in your communications if you're working from home. We went ahead and added a piece there about video communication as well. You know, hopefully the cat's not in the background kind of thing, so that's also a professional piece as well while we explore this new territory. Then also, so that's an addition that I suggest. And then also under C on the 2nd page, we added the piece about, you know, of employees beginning and ending work at their normally designated time, and et cetera, right there, that small tweaks. So just so that you're aware of that before, if anybody has any addition or input or comment about that piece. I want to make sure you saw that. Was late.
Anybody else have anything to add? Any questions, concerns?
No, police is good.
Is there language in there about when this would go into effect? So the board is going to move forward that this is a policy we can put into place. I'm sorry I didn't have a lot of time to read through all of it, but is there something that is this township wide, or who makes the call if we're using this type of policy, or is it just always in place after we pass it?
So my best answer to that question at this point, since we haven't even gone through it yet, is that we'll do that. Certainly, it'll be a case-by-case basis for if anyone needs to take advantage of some of the new laws on emergency sick leave or FMLA changes, that'll start with the supervisors and department heads.
Yeah, my understanding was pretty much effective immediately until we don't need it any further, correct?
Most of the policies have in them that they sundown at the end of this calendar year. So if we wanted to stop it sooner than that, we certainly could, but right now that's how they're written. And since we didn't actually write a motion, so we can just make it effective immediately when and if we get to the resolution piece.
Sounds good. Do you want to do that resolution today, or do you want to have a little bit more time to go over it for the additions that those who may not have been able to read them through again until maybe next meeting, or is everybody comfortable today?
I was able to read through them. I don't see any issue with it. Yeah, I'm comfortable with everything as well, and had some discussion with Trustee Sarah, legal counsel, so I think we're all good to go.
Yeah, I did just touch base with council briefly this week. These are pretty standard forms from Ohio Township Association and well-known attorneys, and he has had eyes on them. He didn't have any issue with anything. And for members of the community, if we're being obtuse, this is just a couple of things on the new laws that were passed, and just so amending our sick leave policies to allow for those. Just a housekeeping sort of resolution, I think. And I could move forward if everyone else is ready. I want to thank the department heads for being so diligent about emailing with this, and just, that's why everyone's had the conversation pretty much.
All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to approve the new COVID-19 personnel related policies.
So you want to add effective immediately, and
Of course, effective immediately. And thank you.
I'll second.
All right, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. So Deb, just as a note, my last email on the fact had a zip folder. So all the policies are in one place for your records. So we just, adopted 5 or 6 documents as the policy altogether. They're all together in one spot for you.
Okay.
And before I move on to our executive session, I just wanted to add a quick note for anybody resident-wise who may be watching to check out our webpage and our resources tab that we've been adding lots of good information to help you through this trying, difficult time. Pay attention to the Clinton Township Fire Department Facebook page as well for produce markets. We have expanded our produce markets through the chat, and we will be doing them bi-weekly now. This Friday, we will have another. So come on out to the Northern Lights Branch Library from 5 to 7 if you know anybody that needs free produce that may not have internet access and can't stay up with what's going on and when it's happening. Please spread the word. Anybody have anything else they'd want to get out there?
Well, let's just talk about the hearts for a second. Trustee Sword invited me to the Facebook page where folks are hanging red hearts just as a sort of statement of unity and togetherness, and clearly love at this time, especially for first responders, but for the community at large. So if you feel like as a resident getting a heart out in the window, give it a shot. Thanks.
Yeah, the heart movement. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
Did I cut somebody else off?
I was just wanting to add on the food items that trying to help a vulnerable population right now while the pandemic is going on. We have worked with Mid-Ohio, and they have a program for those 60 and over can be eligible for a box of food delivered to their house once a month. Unperishable items along with some other items are in that box. If we have anyone, any residents in need that are 60 or over, if you know of a neighbor or if you're in need yourself, please reach out either through the Clinton Township website, or you can call 614-475-0022, and we will try to get that situation taken care of.
Thanks, Brian, for all your guys' hard work. Corey, did you want to jump in and say anything about brushing?
They got off to a good start yesterday. They're not finished with the township yet because of the rain this morning.
Just to let everybody know, they are out doing brushing. So if you're at home doing yard work, get your goodies to the curb.
One more thing. We did not have any flooding on Walford between Ward and Laner this morning.
Excellent.
Good news. Good news. Thank you. All right. Anybody else?
I just wanted to repeat the phone number that the fire chief gave out. If folks want the help with the food for those 60 and over, or just information in general about the bi-weekly food giveaway that we're now doing instead of once a month, that phone number again was 614-475-0022.
Awesome. All right, now I'm going to make a motion to go into executive session. And excuse me for not being prepared with the resolution number, or the draft number. Give me 1 second here. Technical difficulties. Well, now the cell phone does not want to agree either. Does anybody know that resolution for the personnel language? I should know it by heart by now.
I'm pulling up a draft of notes that'll tell us the,
121.22.
Yes, Yep.
So
I got it right here. I'll make a motion to enter into an executive session under ORC 121.22 to consider the purchase. Nope, that's the purchase of property. 121.22, Jane, is that what it is?
yeah, 121.22, and then you're probably looking for G.
G, yes. For the employment compensation language,
that's G1.
G1.
I'll second.
All right, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword,
Yes,
start at 1:15.
thank you.